plenty of space there. Nice tip down, cruising the wake there. So she's, as any skier would do, going, hey, I'm really glad this is 13 meters and not 11 meters or 10 yet. She's going to use her warm-up wisely, try to get more settled on the ski for this next pass.
All right, some great skiing from Elizabeth Montevon, straight in on 13 meters. Now, 12 meters comes up, but there is an opportunity here if she feels frisky enough to try. Maybe an opt-up on 11.25 meters.
Yeah, it would make sense with that light little headwind that she's skiing into, but the only downside is if you don't execute, then you've really left the door open, and I know if she runs her 12 here and hey could manage the 11 downwind, hey, then she could really set the pace.
Alrighty, we just saw a shot on the starting dock of Paige Reaney getting her equipment situated, and now here comes Elizabeth Montevon with 12 meters. Oh, a little bit back on buoy number one, almost overloaded on that, so just trying to regulate her way through this pass, trying to not overpower these turns, and gets away with it on a couple of occasions, but manages to get through 12 meters effectively.
Yeah, you're right there, Tony. What we can see is her ski really wanting to turn. It'd be interesting to ask her if she's made any adjustments on her ski throughout the weekend. But we're really seeing it turn aggressively, which is a good and bad situation. Good that you're going to get lots of angle. Bad that now you've got to manage all this load that you just created.
All right. Elizabeth Montevon, who bases herself up in South Florida, skis with Chet Raley, skis with her parents and in the West Palm Beach area, and is working to qualify as a certified personal trainer whilst also holding down a job as a marketing consultant.
Yeah, man.
And all of that training that she's been doing is certainly paying off, as we see her today in another ladies slalom final.
All right, let's see what Elizabeth Montevon can do. We've got 5 more skiers to go, starting off with Paige Reaney, who's on dockside. Then we follow on with Ellie Nicholson, Brooke Baldwin, Manon Costard, and Regina Jaques in this women's slalom final. This is 11.25 meters. Ran this in the round previous. Didn't do it in this direction, though, but let's see where she's at with number 3. Good load off number 3. Excellent number 4. Keeping the ski out ahead of her. Whoa, almost got broken over off 5 into 6, and yes, there you go. Yeah, nod of the head there through the exit gates. She was not going to be denied.
Yeah, I was a little worried right here. We're watching her drift back a little bit, we would say, on the gate. Lost a little bit of speed, but she created a lot of space in the one. And same as she did on the prior 2 passes, the ski was turning aggressively, and she was moving in with it. And she gets a big 3 right here, which sort of closes the deal. And then she managed her space. She had lots of space for a tailwind 38 right there in the ball 4. So just sort of as we planned, Tony, or we talked about her plan, set the pace, run 38, get a shot at 39 with this light little head breeze. And then who knows?
All right, so now it comes to pass. It's 10.75 meters into a slight head breeze. Her personal best is halfway down this pass, 3 at 39.5 off, or 10.75 meters. And she's been active on social media, especially with Instagram, where she's more than willing to answer a few questions with her weekly Q&A sessions with the good peeps out there on Instagram. And one of the folks asked her what her personal best was, and she was very, very succinct. 3 at 10.75 meters. So
yeah, a PB right here would be awesome.
Right, let's see how far she can get. Round buoy number 1, gets it. Round buoy number 2, can she get outside buoy number 3? Yes, she can. Does she? Oh, ouch. And try to grab onto that handle, but 2.5 at 10.75 meters, her best score of the weekend and probably one of her best scores of the season at this point.
Well, yeah, great skiing. I mean, if you're within a half buoy of your PB and you're at a pro final when you do that, that's pretty darn good skiing. And she had enough space outside 3, and then she checked up. I know she's bummed out because a full 3 would maybe not be in a position to win the tournament, but could be that 3rd spot on the podium.
I think she committed that ski to the wake before she realized how slack the line was and realized that she couldn't really S-turn from that position.
Well, yeah, it's always interesting because each time you come into a buoy like that, you're getting a little bit different look than you got the last time. You're either going a little bit faster, maybe a little bit slower, and you're always trying to manage, well, am I going to get the full point, or should I, am I even going to go for 4 at that point that she may have thought, as you're saying, Tony? So, yeah, bummer, but great skiing on the weekend, Elizabeth.
All right, guys, what's going on? Down here dockside with Ellie Nicholson. You had a 2 in round 1 from yesterday's score. We just watched Elizabeth Montevon go out there and run a 2.5, putting up a pretty big score for our first skier off. What's your mindset? What's your mentality going here into the finals?
Definitely looking for more than I got this morning. All day there's been really good scores, so it's skiing well today. So just go out and hopefully get down 39 today.
There you go. I mean, you looked strong yesterday, and I know this morning didn't quite go the way you wanted to, but you got to ski aggressive, a little chip on your shoulder.
Yep, for sure. That was the best time to do it if I was going to do it. So going out with the chip on my shoulder this time, I'm going to fight through it.
All right, we love it. Back to you guys.
Thank you.
All right, thanks a lot there, Zach, and there with Ellie Nicholson, and looking at the instant replay of Paige Rini. For those of you watching, wherever you are online, you're not going to miss a single bit of action out there on the water as we just watch her with the instant replay and the opening pass of 13 meters, riding that 2021 edition of the Vapor. Elizabeth. All right, so Paige Rini opens up with a 6 buoy count on pass number 1. We're going to be talking with Elizabeth Montevon in just a moment or so, but we'll wait to bring Paige into the course. She's hunting down that 2.5 buoy count at 10.75 meters, which represents the early lead in this competition. Glides out, now just turns, hooks, and goes. It's 12. Oh, a little bit of a bobble there on number 2, but managing to still stay on top of the ski. Nicely done. Round buoy 5, round number 6, and there we go. That's a 6 buoy count there on the 12-meter line. That is courtesy of Paige Rini. We'll have a look at the instant replay, then we'll talk a little bit. And Wade, what do you see here?
Well, you see some outstanding counter rotation with Paige. You see how much her lower body and her hips move outbound to the apex, as they call it. And then it allows what you see right there is a lot of movement back inward with the lower body, and she's in tempo with the ski, and she creates a lot of angle and a lot of space by doing so.
All right, and looking at this at the tail end, and also looking at that is Elizabeth Montevon, who has the current lead score at the moment with 2.5. One of your better scores of the season. You must be pretty stoked about that.
You know, you guys, I can't be displeased. It was a PB. It was in a final at a pro event. I mean, what more can a girl want?
All right. I thought your personal best was actually halfway down that pass with 3, but
no, it's a 2. So
it was actually 2 beforehand. So my mistake. So 2.5. All right. Christmas has come early for you.
Right. Thanks so much, you guys.
No worries. I'm sure that you'll be towed off and looking to see what Paige Rini can do with the remaining effort on this. This is 11.25 meters. Keeping the ski out ahead of her, just fighting for dear life. Oh, and she goes down on buoy number 4, which means that she gets 3 1/2 for that effort. 3 1/2. for Paige Reaney on 11.25 meters. Now, it looked pretty good for starters, but kind of got a little bit ahead of herself on buoy number 4, Wade.
Yeah, she had enough space into one and plenty of angle out of one. You saw the tip rise just slightly, but it was no big deal. So a little bit more of a hiccup there, and I think that sort of entered her mind, and she hit the panic button maybe more than she needed to. And yeah, it's sort of a bummer for Paige, but we just had Elizabeth sitting here, and our leader now, and I'm thinking that
we'll finish no worse than 5th.
No, exactly. She's moving up the rank, and now the other ladies are thinking about that. It's a big score. PB. Congratulations, Elizabeth.
All right, and like I said, Paige Reaney looking in good shape up to a certain point, and then she kind of got happy feet round number 4, and unfortunately, just something relatively minor like that is enough to send her into the drink. And Paige Reaney, here's her stats: 597 pounds of force, equivalent to 4.4 to 1 against her weight of 134 pounds, using Alpha 2 as a 0 offsetting. We'll be back with more right after this.
All right, guys, down here in dock with Brooke Baldwin. Brooke, some amazing skiing these first 2 rounds, setting yourself up well. Sitting here, 4th seed going into or 3rd seed going into this finals. What do you think it's going to take to maintain that podium position and maybe kind of scrape up a little higher up there?
I think it's going to take a little bit more than 3, maybe 4 to get on the podium. So I'm just going to try my best.
I would like to hear that. I mean, the 3 looked pretty good. Do you think that's more in the tank there for us?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. The wind's right. Just relax. I'll be good.
All right, nice and easy. Go get it.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
All right, and that was Brooke Baldwin being interviewed by Zach Warden, gracious enough with her time before she goes out and skis. She is our next skier to go after Ellie Nicholson. Takes a good hard snap off buoy number 2. She's a lefty, which means 1-3-5 side turns are going to be more comfortable for her to actually be aggressive on and getting around all 6 buoys. And nicely done for Ellie Nicholson, a Team Syndicate athlete. And what do you see there, Wade?
Well, she's completely comfortable with starting at the 13-meter line length. Does it on a regular basis over the last season or 2. And same as we saw Elizabeth, a lefty as well. And Allie always rides her ski well. And what I mean by that is she trusts her ski, her product, the ski builders, and she moves in well in tempo like you saw there. There was even maybe the elbows came in just slightly to take up a minimal amount of slack, but you saw her center mass and her no happy feet there, Tony, just completely quiet, relaxed feet, and that allows her weight to keep going forward in the direction she needs to go, creating that stack position early, which at that point you've already won. You won't be beaten against the boat or the ZO at that point.
All right, and Wade here, courtesy of skiwithwade.com. You can find out more about his training programs and clinics by going to skiwithwade.com. Here we go. This is Ellie Nicholson, 12 meters. No sign of an opt-up yet by any of our competitors, or even a later start. Look at this. Ellie Nicholson driving through those wakes, getting in real deep through the wakes, and I like the way that she transitions from a more aggressive down course edge all the way into her inside turning edge.
Yeah, she's good at her craft, as they would say. And one thing that you'll notice here, very balanced on the line. See, she comes off the line and goes back on, just the tempo of the release hand coming off, the reach hand moving forward, and everything moving back on the line was at precisely the same tempo, which is what the ski is expecting of you. Nice to watch her ski.
So, former resident of Gallatin in Tennessee, her hometown, but now residing in Pensacola in Florida, right up there in Escambia County, the home of the world-famous Blue Angels.
And beautiful lake that her family skis on there, Ski Watch. Shout out to my new retired buddy, Chris Miller Time. So, yeah, great spot located right off I-10 there. So she's got a new comfortable home to ski now.
All right. Despite working 12-hour days of their new occupation, still finding time to train and to excel at this level. 11.25 meters. This is, and just, ouch. I could feel the pain on that one too. I don't know quite what happened there, but stalling after number 2.
Well, Tony, the wind is laid down more than it's been at maybe any point in the weekend. It's gotten quite hot. And you could see her ski slow down rather abruptly there. And, yeah, you can see the disappointment. She didn't go well the first round this morning, so I don't know if there was a carryover. We had already seen Miss Page bobble at the 2 at 11 and then go down at 4. So maybe Ms. Elizabeth's big score sort of got in their kitchen, as we would say.
All right, and the dollar amounts keep creeping up higher for Miss Montevon with that score of a 2 at 11.25 meters. And here's Zach.
All right, guys, here with Elizabeth Montevon down here in the dock. We just saw the next 2 girls after you go down early at 38. You went out there, you stroked 38 downwind, put up a huge 2.5 at 39. You're currently guaranteed 4th. How do you think it's going to shake up with the girls to follow?
You know, I've said it once and I've said it again. Nothing in skiing is given. It's all earned. All the girls coming after me absolutely have it in them to earn what it's going to take to beat me. So I really hope they do, because it's about all of us being better. But at the same time, it'd be nice to PB and podium in the last event of the year.
Yeah, I know, it'd be a good way to end. I mean, we're all friends on the dock, but when it gets out on the water, that's when the cat claws come out. So you definitely fought your way through the 38. 39 looks sick. I thought you were going to be able to turn 3 ball there. Still a huge 2.5. Great way to end your season. Let's see how it kind of holds up going through to the end.
Yeah, thank you so much. It was, great last-minute invite to this event. Happy to be here, and looking forward to next season for sure.
All right, good to see you, and back to you guys.
Yes, indeed, agree with that sentiment. They're all friendly around the dockside, but when it comes to being out in the water, it's all business.
No, it was actually, we talked about it, Tony. I always got to spin yesterday where the men went first, and the ladies are sort of all milling about, chatting it on, and I'm thinking, yeah, but they're not that way when they get the handle in their hand. And one of the coolest feelings for a lot of water skiers, same as, we talked about maybe a batter stepping into the batter's box or a pitcher being given the ball. When you jump off the dock with that handle in your hand, it's a special feeling.
All righty, Roo, our next competitor on the water, also a native and resident of Central Florida, although she is attending the University of Alabama over there in Tuscaloosa. This is Brook Baldwin.
Yeah, skiing better and better as of late. Seems to have really found her confidence skiing on a new ski this weekend.
Oh, yes, has a technique that's all her own out there. Skis tall, then extends, and then as soon as she does that, the ski just whips round.
Well, when she was 16 years old, she ran the 10.75 pass.
Uh-huh.
So maybe still being the youngest lady to do that. So as she sort of struggled a little bit lately and lost a bit of her confidence, all of a sudden you start feeling it. She's been this budding superstar, and so it's really great to see her skiing well again. smiling a bunch down there in the dock, and it's always nice as a slalom skier to have that little bit extra confidence.
All right, then, as we watch the tail end of this instant replay from Brook Baldwin, let's rejoin Zach on the dock.
Hey guys, what's going on? Manon Costard here. 1.5 at 41 in round number 2 there. New pending European women's slalom record there. Huge score. You got a lot of momentum going here into the finals. Regina nipped on your tails just a little bit there with the full 2. Do you think you got it in you to get it through 39 one more time? The conditions are perfect out here.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to forget about the round before. I was very excited about it, but you know, everything is starting from scratch again now. I feel good. I've been feeling good this weekend and yesterday, and I'm gonna try my best and see where it takes me.
All right, well, we look forward to a great skiing round number 2, but like you said, it's a new round, so go out there and attack.
Thank you.
All right, then, rejoining the action, we've got Brooke Baldwin at 12 meters. Just trying to stay smooth, a little bit down course there off number 4. A little bit more than she would have liked, but 13 and 12 meters in quick succession, that is Brooke Baldwin.
So, Tony, while we get a look at the replay, I just got a shout out from Austria from Mr. Franz Oberleitner, who was a professional jumper during our day, watching from Fischelheim, Austria. A beautiful site there where I've skied before. Same as we're sort of seeing Brooke's beautiful tempo. You really see her, as you mentioned, Tony, extend forward and up on the ski. So her center mass is located right over her front foot. She reaches her maximum counter rotation, and then when the ski is ready to go, her tempo moves in with it, creating a lot of angle.
All right, there at the helm of that towboat, that MasterCraft Pro Star for 2021, that is Will Bush. Doing a fine job out there with the women's slalom finalist, and we'll see what transpires with Brooke Baldwin on 11.25 meters. There on the starting dock, we see Manon Costard, the current world slalom champion and European slalom record holder. She was the European slalom record holder coming into this event and broke that record by a fraction of a buoy in the second round of skiing. Here comes Brooke Baldwin round the buoy number. Oh, a little bit delayed off number 2. Can she make up the deficit? Yes, she can. Round number 3. Oh my word, is inside buoy number 5. So it looks like it's going to be a 4 buoy count.
Really nice one, Tony. But we saw that bobble there at 2. You look how much the tip of the ski rose up off the water. It really put her in a spot where she knew she had to do something like she did there at 4 and dive to the inside to try to create the angle that she had missed out on backside of 2. But Tony Elizabeth just moved up onto the podium with that. Yeah. I think that's the word. You see big smiles from her.
Those are tears. Tears of joy. From Elizabeth Montevon, getting messages all the time. It looks like we got Zach on the dock as we bring in Brooke Baldwin. Zach, who do you have?
All right, Elizabeth. There you go. We cracked the podium.
Oh my God.
Talk me through these emotions you're feeling right now.
My first podium with, I'm assuming it's going to be Regina and Manon, which is just such a big deal to stand next to those 2 women. So super grateful. Mom and Dad, if you're watching, I don't know if Bama's playing right now. They're probably watching the game and not watching me. But if you guys are watching this, thank you so much. Dad, I couldn't have done it without you. This has just been a great season.
Yeah, it always takes a big support crew, and you never forget your first time. So huge congratulations on, cracking that podium. It's still not over yet, but hey, man, that's huge.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dad.
Great job.
Thank you.
All right, back to you guys. Good job.
All right, then. Thanks a lot there, Zach. Thanks a lot to Elizabeth. She's now in a position where she is on the podium and can finish no worse than third. Elizabeth Montevon, for those of you that are just tuning in and getting the latest, Elizabeth Montevon was first out in the water, got 2.5 at 39.5 off. Then we had scores from Paige Rini with 3.5 at 38, 2 buoys at 38 for Ellie Nicholson, and 4 buoys at 38 for Brooke Baldwin. 2 skiers remain, and that is the only 2 competitors in this competition to have run 39.5 off. And we start with the European slalom record holder, and that is going to be Manon Costard.
Yeah, that was a great emotion to watch from Elizabeth. I love that she was able to let it go, and great that Zach was there to capture it. And now we've got our 2 sort of heavy favorites, if you will. Last out, Miss Manon, 32 off.
So here she comes, nicely done around the first half of the course. Just trying to hammer those turns, but yet still stay in strong enough rhythm to where she can easily run that pass. And great technique there, Wade.
Well, it was interesting when we had Ben Favre on a few events ago, and his analyzation of Manon skiing was that she was a left foot forward version of Will Asher. And I see a lot of the similarities. You see how quick her lower body can move through and into an angulated, stacked position, as we would say. And yeah, she does that as well as anybody.
All right, and after this replay, let's hear from Zach Warden. Who do you have?
All right, guys, here with Regina, your top seed going into the pro women's finals. You and Manon duking it out in the second round. Manon posting a 1.5 at 41, you following it up with a 2. Do you think you're going to have to get through 39 again in these finals to be able to take home the gold? What's your strategy going through here?
Oh, yeah, of course. I do think like 39 is going to have to go down. Everybody's skiing really good. Elizabeth, almost tying her PB and podium. I think that's one of her first pro wins, or tied, podium. So congrats to her, and the girls are skiing good. So I do think 39 is going to have to go down.
Yeah, once you get momentum going, you start getting some big scores like that, everyone tends to follow suit. So excited to see you out here in the finals, and best of luck to you, Regina.
Thanks, Zach.
Thank you very much, Regina and Zach. And here comes Manon Costard, and one of her fans watching in on the webcast is a skier that you know of from the past, Geraldine Germain, over at Lacanau, and checking in on Manon Costard, and she should be pretty pleased with what she's seen so far. I haven't seen a 13 and a 12-meter pass.
Yeah, hi, Geraldine and hubby Christoph. Saw a picture of your beautiful daughter the other day. Say hi to your mom and dad for me as well. I love your spot, one of my favorites in the world, Lacanau Océan.
Yeah, we had a chance at TWBC last year to broadcast the pro event at Lacanau, the Malibu Open French edition, and that was an absolutely scintillating event. And big kudos to the Germain family for putting that event on. And big kudos to Manon Costard for making it all the way through 12 meters as she gets set for 11.25 meters.
So the wins sort of came up after we had talked about it laying down so much when Allie was out. And we felt it shift here in the booth that it came a little bit more easterly, which creates more of a crosswind situation that they really haven't faced much this weekend. It's been much more of a head-tail. We have Manon here, 38 with just a light tail breeze.
All right, attacking the lead score of 2.5 at 10.75 meters, but Manon Costard needs to get through 11.25 meters first. Look at her go, getting broken over a little bit, a couple of occasions on 11.25 meters. Needs to keep things stable going forward. Round 5 just about gets around number 6, and that is going to be a 6-buoy count at 38 off for Manon Costard, 11.25.
Yeah, you're going to see on the replay here, Tony. She crushes this pass. She really does. She's plenty of space there. backside ball one, tip of the ski didn't move 1 inch, and I'm talking about height-wise. And then in the middle of the course here, she knows she's got plenty of space. She manages it well, and by the time she reaches 5 and 6, she's got space galore. Ski's turning really well for her. Have this 39 now to not only take the lead, but maybe put up a huge score for our top seed, Regina, left on the dock.
But it's by no means going to be an automatic so far as Manon Costard is concerned. I mean, she has run through 10.75 meters, 39.5 off, but she needs to be perfect right off the gate shot, right off that initial turn, and reliant upon that great number one, which I think is going to be on her offside. I think Manon is a right foot forward skier.
No, Manon's a lefty.
A lefty,
and so she's going to have a cross tailwind, even though it's going to be a head breeze. She's going to have a little bit more of a side breeze in the two, so we're going to see how she handles it. If she gets enough space and tip it too, she can run this.
All right, let's see what she's got. Left foot forward skier, Manon Costard, can aggressively hit that number one turn, which she does. Round number two, good to go. Round buoy number three. Oh, and gets the three. That puts her in the lead with 3 at 39.5 off. That is Manon Costard.
Yeah, I know she's happy. We see her throw the fish. She's in the lead. Takes Elizabeth off the hot seat and moves her to second. But I know that Manon, after that ball one, she was certainly thinking, I'm going to take this all the way and really put the heat on Regina. Right there, that's all she was looking for. A lot of tip, space there at 2. But it'll be interesting. Maybe Zach can get a word with her and sort of get her mindset.
Hang on a second.
Hang
on a second. Let's roll back on the instant replay. Let's hold back on the instant replay. Oh, no. That is inside 3.
Well, that's great camera work, guys. Really, really top work.
That means that Elizabeth Montevon is in first place and guaranteed no worse than a second place finish.
Yeah, so she moved up without skiing. That's that beauty of going out early and putting up that big score. And it's certainly paying off for her.
Wow. And confirmed by our interior boat camera at the towboat, so it was a 2-buoy count at 10.75 meters. Our cameras at TWBC picking up that in various angles and confirming that it's going to be 2 at 10.75 meters for Manon Costard. So Elizabeth Montevon still in the lead, 1 competitor remaining. And that competitor is multiple-time world champion, multiple-time world record holder, and more titles than almost anyone in the sport. This is Regina Jaques.
Yeah, she's beautiful to watch. Both sides of the course, very even, very patient. Rides her ski back into a really powerful stack position. And then creates a lot of cross-course speed.
All right, good-looking opening pass for Regina Jaques.
Yeah, look at that stance, Tony. Just completely square, centered right over her ski.
If you ever want a clinic on how to perform the perfect gate shot, you just looked at it.
Yeah, that was it. And for those of you that know, I've been watching Regina for quite a long time, and first time I saw her ski, I knew she was a 3-event whiz and a tricker and a jumper and an overall threat. But I saw her after her first 2 passes, and I said, hey, she's going to be the best skier in the world. And they were like, yeah, she's an overall skier. I'm like, yeah, you guys just wait. And she's certainly, maybe I was prophetic for once, but yeah, with her, just watching what she did in that first pass, and I saw her doing that as a 17-year-old. I'm like, well, if she keeps it up, her technique alone is going to take her to the top.
All right, so Regina Jaques, who started winning world titles at the elite level in 2003.
Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it?
Yes. All right, let's join Zach.
All right. Here, guys, with Dane Meckler. Dane, squeaked yourself into the finals. It was a little bit windier in that first round. It looks a little better here coming in round number 2.
Yeah, it does. It's looking perfect out there. We got a nice little tailwind off the dock, so I'm looking forward to it. It was pretty windy in the first round, but I'm so happy to be in the final and looking forward to putting up a score and see if these, get these guys chasing. So I'm excited.
Absolutely. Best of luck to you, Beth. We're going to go back to our pro women's finals here with Regina on the water. Back to you guys.
All right, excellent skiing from Regina Jaques. Just heard there from Zach and from Dane Meckler, who will be slaloming pretty soon after Regina Jaques has completed her run. And not only is Regina Jaques an incredibly accomplished skier at elite levels in her collegiate days where she skied for the University of Louisiana at Monroe. I think she won in her entire eligibility of 4 years. She won every title at the national level she could possibly attain.
Well, and as Zach found out as in his pre-interview with Regina, she's the easiest interview of all time. She smiles, she speaks well, she's just a pleasure to be around. I know Mom and Dad are watching. Yeah, just a solid 35. She'll have 38 with this slight little tail breeze. Shouldn't have any issues, though.
And also, Regina Jaques has been training quite extensively over the last couple of seasons, last 3 seasons, if we're being honest, over at Bennett's Water Ski and Wakeboard School in Zachary in Louisiana. And Regina Jaques basing herself out of Santa Rosa Beach in Florida, where she operates a compounding pharmacy. Not just your typical retail pharmacy, but one of those pharmacies that's capable of producing bespoke medicinal products. As we have a look at Regina Jaques looking in good shape around all 6 buoys.
Well, for those of you guys watching at home, you see Mr. Will Bush, our driver, but watch her manage this pass through the middle, like 3, 4, and 5. You'll see the tip of the ski come up at times. You see it rock solid there out of 1, so she knows, hey, I'm pretty much hitting a home run. I'm creating a lot of speed, a lot of space. And then here in the middle, and we've seen this time and time again with Regina, she's so aware of where she is that she can allow the ski to rise up. We'll see it here at 5. We call that a safety check, where she knows she has plenty of time. She's not going to be under any duress to get across the 6 ball. So her goal there at the back of 5 is, hey, let's just simply finish the turn with the handle in our hand, and then we'll make it across the 6, and we'll get a shot at this 39 in the title.
And she has fans from all over the world watching. I'm sure that her parents are watching from where they're based, also in Santa Rosa Beach. And her mom, Karen Jaques, recently celebrated a birthday a couple of weeks ago. And where she typically trains these days, every couple of weeks she makes the it's about a 3-hour trek from from Santa Rosa County in Florida all the way to East Baton Rouge to train over at Bennett's. And big shout out to Jay Bennett, who I'm sure is watching this coverage at 10.75 meters. Here comes Regina Jaques. There is number 2. If she can get all of 3, she will take the win. There you go, Regina Jaques.
Well, Tony, we're going to see in this replay that she has a very uncharacteristic ball 1, stubbed her toe, as we'd say in the industry, and she immediately resorted to, you know what, I'm just going to get 3 and take the win versus run the 39, which she always wants to do, as she said to us earlier.
And make no mistake, I mean, these performances at 39.5 off, even for someone like Regina Jaques, is by no means an automatic. You have to get the perfect gate shot and have a pretty decent number 1, which she did. And then that leaves her open for a good onside turn. Just letting the ski coast outside. Buoy number 3, skis to the wake. I'm your champion. Give me my money.
No, that's it exactly. Just a seasoned veteran. You could see the tip of the ski at the back of 1. There was a little wobble, which means the tempo is not exactly correct. The skis grabbed too much rail or too much bevel too soon, but her heightened awareness there just allowed her to go, hey, if I just chill, I can still get over to 2 with enough space, finish the business at hand, which is really to get the full 3, which she did, and there you see our podium, Tony.
All right, and I think we're going to bring our Regina Jayquist dockside. Here we are.
All righty, guys. Here with Regina Jaques, your 2020 MasterCraft Pro Women's Slalom Champion. Nice, quick, easy, 3 at 39. I heard you talking on the way in. Conditions were a little tougher out there than maybe expected with the wind.
Yeah, it was just up and down. It's been like that all day, so it's kind of hard to time the gates, and I think that's what kind of got a lot of us out there. But it's the end of the season, so it's just awesome to walk away at the end of the season with another title. So it's been a great one.
Great season. You took on the victory at Swiss Pro just a couple weeks ago. Come down here, maintain your title at the MasterCraft Pro, and then amazing skiing out there, and congratulations.
Thank you, and thanks for everybody that supported this event, put it on during this time. And I know that the family back home is watching, but you can also go to the link on reginajayquist.com.
All righty, guys, back to y'all.
Renee made me say that.
All right, here we go.
So first skier, the men's slalom final,